welcome to the Crystal Crossings. I am Reverend Paul, and I would like to share with everyone something that came across my desk. Actually, it was given to me by Peter, and it's entitled Merry Christmas, The Truth About December 21st, 2012. And I believe it was written by Dr. Angela Barnett. And it's up to you, really, to decipher whether it's your truth or whether it's fiction. And I'd like to share this with you now, and please forgive me ahead of time if I mispronounce any of the names. But there are many doomsday stories being told about December 21st, 2012. And there's a very good reason for this. There have been large groups of invader races from interdimensional galaxies, parallel systems, and fallen angelic races within the Milky Way system, planning on taking the planet Earth into their possession on that date through the use of Metatronic technologies. And you know, this plan's been going on for millions of years. There have been wars in the heavens fought to protect the human angelic races of planet Earth for over 550 million years. And the problem has gotten better and worse off and on over those years. The past 26,000 years has been the period when the problem has gotten the closest to being solved forever. But the war hasn't ended. The last war directly involving this planet was fought at interdimensional levels in the year 2011. Our guardian angelic families brought in billions of light ships to counteract the asteroids and meteorites that were headed for Earth. We were given several warnings in 2011 that the Japan tragedy was only the beginning, and it would be followed by tidal waves much worse in the Atlantic and Pacific coast. There were, in fact, large asteroids heading directly for the Pacific Ocean that would have caused tidal waves to cover most of Southern California. That event was consciously averted by a group of thousands of families, our souls, who created us millions of years ago. Their plasma ships and light ships transmuted the falling asteroids into stardust. There were also younger souls involved at the universal level. Those creators of entire star systems are all very busy helping us at this time, because this is also their ascension. It will be their next chance to shine in the sky forever as a star, or to take a break and sit in the mind of God for a few billion years. We all have these choices to make in the near future. These higher dimensional families had already seen all of the events that could possibly have taken place in 2000 to 2012. And they created probable future and heroic future plans of how they would handle each possible outcome. They had to take into account all of the possible means the fallen angelic races would use to continue to trap planet Earth and the Milky Way galaxy within its technologies that created an angular rotation of particle spin that blocks out the higher dimensional consciousness of God. Besides, this is the real reason everything is so messed up on this planet. Our consciousness is being completely blocked from the mind of God. To give away the rest of the story, our guardian races of the cosmic realm will realign our entire universal system, including 12 universes, back into the attunement with God consciousness on December 21st. And the reason that this date has been called the end of the world is because this world and everything in it was created by little gods pretending to be God. And that world will end. We will finally begin to perceive the reality that was created by God. That reality is fabulous, and it will bring tears to your eyes. The reality of the mind of God is the reality in which your own ideas become created from pure magic out of the stardust of God consciousness and become manifested right before your eyes. And this reality was removed by a placement of crystal technologies within the Earth's crust and within our bodies, causing a disconnection of the alignment with the mind of God. And now is the time for us to get realigned into that reality. And our cosmic families have planned on this realignment to take place on this date for over 22,000 years. They have been combating the fallen angelics and the fallen angels continuously to make this plan happen. The final war is being fought in Sun Ra in 2012. There were even misalignments in our attunement with God as far back as the original creation of the angelic races in Sun Ra. And that is where the last war must be won. The plasma war of the suns is happening, and it will be won by the original light field of the mind of God. This date was chosen because of thousands of quantum physics realities that couldn't possibly be understood by anyone with less than 12 DNA strands activated. However, it can be shown precisely through a set of maps and graphs of the cosmic matrix and the infinity of its own angular alignments. The change on planet Earth and the rest of the universal systems will happen in a nanosecond. That one moment in time is the only time this alignment can take place. What happens in this nano moment? The entire cosmos is realigned back into the original breath of Source consciousness. And in the exhale of Source, a brand new idea is created. That process actually happens every nanosecond, but we have been cut off from the mind of God, and so we have been re-experiencing the same old reruns of the same old life stories and same wars over and over again. Finally, we will be seeing a brand new movie. God's movie will be the only one playing in this new cosmic system. The original problem of the War of the Rays happened when rays of Ra attacked Source itself and created a detachment from the mind of God. Only those entities who made that choice remained cut off from Source. However, those entities could not sustain immortal life without feeding off of other entities who had not cut themselves off from Source. And that is how the story began. We are the angelic human race that was cut off from Source. However, we didn't do it ourselves. It was imposed on us by other fallen races who did engage war against Source. And that event happened 250 billion years ago. Now, the events leading to the receding of our original human angelic race on Gaia began 550 million years ago. That seeded involved the Oraphim angelic race. One of their family lines was the Brahmarama race line, who look like dolphins. They're the ones who have created the dolphins, who are light-colored, the light gray and white ones. They have kept the cosmic connection with these dolphins communicating through their midbrain in frequencies specifically coded for eons. It has been this communication channel that has held us in attunement and balance into the portals of Earth. They were all that was left of the first seeding of the angelic race line. The second seeding was a Turaniceums of Tara. That seeding was completely wiped out by interdimensional breeding of fallen angelic races. The third seeding of Tara, the Harmonic Universe 2, Earth is harmonic universe one, brought souls with higher frequencies, and the human existence rose through the seedings of the LLM, the Anu, the Nephilim races, bringing about the Egyptian Christian races for a short time. This seeding was again destroyed by the interbreeding of the fallen Anu races into the LLM lines and the Jehovian race line taking control of the crystal seals. The Lord God Jehovah created a reverse spin technology that was placed within the crystals within Earth's crust to block communications with the mind of God. That was done so that the Jehovians would be the only ones who would maintain their immortality because they were not blocked from the mind of God. The Jehovian seals placed in the Christ grids of Earth, meaning the 12 code seals holding the 12 DNA of the angelic human, will be removed from Earth forever on December 21st. Other fallen races placed other technologies in and through Earth's biosphere, atmosphere, ionosphere, and within the Earth's core. All of those seals and technologies have been causing the entire planet and all of the consciousness on the planet to be disconnected from Source, which is the mind of God. Now, many have learned to go beyond those barriers to the mind of God by raising their frequencies of consciousness, completely outside of the lower third dimensional realities placed around them. And this is what metaphysical teachings have been attempting to do. And we all will return into the mind of God for a complete reprogramming. The reprogramming will take us 3 times higher in consciousness than our original programming was 250 billion years ago. This reprogramming will include the wisdom of all the lifetimes that have led to this lowest point in our entire history of becoming. And there is one more very large problem that had to be added to the formula of aligning us back into the mind of God. Our entire existence, including our individual frequency signatures, were never within the template where we could go to become remade under normal circumstances. We were disconnected at the Partiki 1 and Partiki 2 breath of Source, creating a spark to form an idea. We have to go all the way back to the breath of Source to become a new reality. That means those guys messed up so bad that we need to be reborn. We were given the gift by our glorious soul families who are connected to perfect, unfallen systems that allowing us to use their frequency signatures to create a crystal liquid light stream that opens a portal allowing our antiparticle and particle cells to reunite. And that is another quantum physics formula that you just might want to wait to try to comprehend. The good news is in our rebirth, we get to create ourselves to be any way we want to be. We have the right to delete and reprogram any and all parts of our events, understanding, and our outcomes at this time. We have the right to create a brand new mission within the mind of God. We have the right to program into our new future the reality that we are. Always have been, and always will be the perfect divine blueprint of the 12-dimensional Christ consciousness of the mind of God. We have the right to become the new Christ walking on earth with the mind directing us. We have the right to instantly create any and all realities within and through the mind of God from that day forth. Now, there were many probable futures written around and prophesied. Even the cosmic councils did not know that the rays of the original war against God from the son of Ra were going to instigate the last war that began on November 2011. The angelic warriors in their spaceships and light ships did not know the final outcome of the Great War of 2011. That is the reason that we were given the warning to get away from the coast of the Pacific Ocean. At that time, the probable future of the tidal wave still did exist. The Earth was placed within a buffer blanket, which is a plasma cover made of crystal starships. It is holding us within a time warp. The Guardians had to do a fast-forward completion of all the events in order to assure our arrival in the future. They already put us through the 3-day particle conversion, which was to happen in 2017. It was to happen then, but they moved it up. They already aligned all 12 stargates, and that's not scheduled until December 2012. They already completed our journey into our final alignment. They will remove the buffer blanket on December 21st, after the Phantom Earth with all of the Jehovian seals, black hole technologies, wormhole portals, and all of the other contraptions the Dark Ones placed upon Mother Earth. The Phantom Matrix will be removed forever. We will be realigned to the mind of God. Our 12 DNA strands will flash on us as we realign with our anti-particle selves, our parallel selves, our original 12 DNA coded soul family at all dimensions of reality. Our cosmic families of the harmonic universe, all of them, and there's too many to mention, will become visible. Our perception will shift out of this narrow little dark tunnel that we were placed in. And we will meet our huge cosmic family on Christmas Day. And again, you know, at Crystal Crossing, we ask you to take a different look, perhaps, at reality. And again, as I said, this came across my desk and it moved me. And certainly I thought perhaps might be one explanation for December 21st, 2012. Whether it's your truth or not, that's up to you. But again, we appreciate you tuning in, and we hope you found some of this interesting. And up to you to decide whether that was science fiction I just read to you. Namaste, my friends. Have a blessed week.